Hi everybody, welcome back to An American Living in Canada. I want to do a quick video about today's United States Supreme Court decision on Trump's tariffs. Let's get right to it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. My short-term goal is to get up to 50 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you help me to reach that goal. Okay, so there are going to be some immediate fallout consequences as a result of this Supreme Court decision. First of all, the entire world is probably going to be relieved that the tariff weapon has been taken away from Trump. He's been using it as a cudgel to satisfy his need for power and to make the world bend their knees toward him. That's been taken away from him. And of course, he's going to be enraged by this. More on that later. The first immediate fallout is going to come from the American business community. I would not be surprised if by next week there are going to be hundreds of lawsuits filed against the Trump administration to recoup the costs, the tariff fees they had to pay to import products from abroad, and the price of which they had to pass on to consumers. So I don't think the Trump administration is going to roll over. They're going to push back on it. And I think the more they push back on it, the more resistance they're going to get from the business community. Up to now, the relations between the Trump administration and the business community has been semi-simpatico. I think it's going to turn into open hostility between the business community and the Trump administration over this issue. So let's stay tuned for that. So next is after the Supreme Court decision was announced, Trump decided to announce a global tariff of 10% under another legal authority, effective soon. He was a little unclear in his press conference. Could be effective immediately or in a few days. Either way, under the alternative legal authority that he has invoked, these tariffs are good for only 150 days, after which Congress must vote on whether to continue these tariffs or not. So this could set up a big battle between Donald Trump and Congress, particularly the Republican Party in Congress. Now, the Republican Party in Congress is going to be stuck between the rock and a hard place. On the one hand, if they vote to keep those tariffs in place, they're going to face blowback from their constituents who want a lower cost of living. And they're going to put pressure on the Republican members to keep these tariffs away. On the other hand, if they vote those tariffs down, they will face the wrath of Donald Trump. So we could see the fissures, the disagreements between the Republican Party and Donald Trump become wider. As with the other issue, let's stay tuned on that. And so the long-term consequences is going to be Donald Trump's going to be facing resistance from the business community. He's going to be facing resistance from other countries if he sticks with these 10% tariffs. And he's going to face resistance from the U.S. Congress and potentially the court system in the U.S. because if he attacks the court system, and I have no doubt that he will try to delegitimize the U.S. court system, especially the two Supreme Court justices that he nominated, Amy Coney Barrett and Neil Gorsuch. And he's going to do what he can to delegitimize them. And so I think the more he does that, the more the court system is going to stand up to him. So battles on four fronts: the business community, other countries, Congress, and the court system. He's getting himself into quite the pickle. Now, I think there's an ironclad law of human nature. When faced with setbacks, autocratic or authoritarian leaders often double down, often to their detriment. So let's keep an eye on that. Bottom line is due to the events of the past year, this doesn't mean that trade's going to go back to pre-Liberation Day. It won't. The damage has been done. And in the case of Canada, under Prime Minister Mark Carney, Canada's looking east, west, and south to diversify their trading relationships away from the U.S. And the European Union and Asian nations are doing the same thing. Ditto for South America. They're diversifying away from the U.S. and long term that's going to cause damage to the U.S. And I think for the rest of the term, no other country is going to trust Donald Trump because of his wild swings. What happens after he leaves office and somebody else takes place? It's all up in the air. All right, that's it for today. Let me know what you think. Please leave your comments down below. Please like this channel to boost the visibility of this video in the YouTube algorithms. Thank you. Have a great day.